What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. And I wanted to talk today about index funds. Um, I wanted to talk today about what is an index fund and what is the benefits of investing in index funds, and also talk about the possible cons as well. So to start out, I wanted to talk about what is an index fund. An index fund is a security to where an investor is investing in hundreds or even thousands of companies at one time. An index funds is a fund to where, like for example, it mocks an index. So you may have an index fund that replicates the S&P 500. So obviously the S&P 500 has 500 companies in it. So by investing in an index fund that mocks or replicates the S&P 500, you are investing in 500 of the best companies in the whole world. So that's huge, because it gives you a way of investing in these great companies, and as these companies grow and get better over time, the value of the index rises up in value. And also you have a total market index fund. With a total market index fund, it's investing in thousands with thousands of companies in the U.S. And usually the way the index funds works, or whether it's a total market index fund or whether it's an S&P index fund, it allocates a little bit more towards the best companies or towards certain companies. So a S&P 500 may allocate a tad bit more of the index or the money invested towards the bigger companies like Apple or Amazon, Microsoft, and then it'll slowly allocate a smaller amounts towards the other companies in that index fund. And index fund, it could be a great way to passively invest in the stock market, because if you're trying to invest in an individual company, you're going to have to do lots of research. You're going to want to make sure you check the fundamentals of the companies. Check the balance sheet. How much profit are they making? The earnings of the company. The PE ratio, the book value of the company, and all these types of nuances of the company. You want to check the management of the company, and to check the overall history of the company. So with individual stocks, you're going to have to do some research, because if this stock does well, great. But then, what if that stock doesn't do well? And then what if it just goes down? You can lose the value of the money that you invested in that company. So it's very important when doing research or investing in individual companies to do your research. But with an index fund, you don't really have to do as much research, because like we stated, your money that you are investing is going directly into hundreds or even thousands of companies. So you're putting your whole money in the stock market as a whole. Hence the reason you don't have to really do that much in studying and research. Now, the study and research you would have to do is to decide what kind of index fund you want to invest in, or what company you want to go through, because you have different companies that have index funds, or that broker index funds. Companies like Fidelity, Vanguard, to name a few. So you're gonna have to kind of figure out, do some research in that aspect. But both of them have, those companies have the same criteria as far as investing in the same companies. What you're gonna have to look at, which is something is major, is gonna have to be fees, because index funds do charge fees like a once a year fee essentially for maintenance and stuff like that, or just a once a year broker fee. But usually the fees are small, but you still have to check to see. It could be 1% or it just depends. It just depends. But you have to check with fees. So that's one major thing to look at and research. And you can go to any of the websites of the companies who offer index funds, and they can tell you, what's the fees associated with it. But usually it's a minute fee, but it can add up if you have like a large amount of money in there. So it's very important to kind of know what's that once a year fee is going to be. And the big reason why index funds are powerful is because the stock market over time goes up in value. The S&P 500 on average goes up 10 to 12% every year. So it doesn't mean every year the stock market goes up. It might have a year to where it's down, 5%. But also it may have a year where it goes up. It's up 15, 18%. So on average, the stock market goes up 10 to 12% every year, and index funds allows you to be a part of that growth. It allows you to be able to put your money in the stock market, without doing a ton of research and without dedicating lots of time. It allows you to be a participant in investing in the stock market and being able to capitalize off that growth. Another big thing with index funds, a lot of them pay dividends as well. So you have to check with the broker who offers and see what's their dividend payout. Some of those index funds, they pay dividends every quarter, maybe some twice a year. So you just have to check. But the key with index funds, and the thing we're trying to accomplish is building wealth. And I think index funds could be a great way of building wealth in an easy way. Also, if you are someone new to the stock market, I think index funds are a great way just to kind of get your feet wet and to get in the game, essentially. Because the stock market has been one of the keys to building wealth for Americans in the U.S. Or in the world, over the past 100 years. So I definitely think it's very key to get a part of investing in these different companies, because companies are getting bigger and bigger and bigger over time. Technology is getting better. There's new things being created all the time, and the U.S. is getting stronger and stronger as far as with technology, and the whole world is as a whole. And as these companies are getting bigger and better, these companies are growing. Earnings are growing, and with that, the stock market or the stocks are going to grow. So that's why it's key to be investing. And I think index funds can be a great way to invest in the stock market. A con of maybe just investing in index funds is that with the growth, like you can have an individual stock that can rise up, big time over a year. It can rise up 20, 30, 40, 50%, because it's an individual stock. It can rise up big time. So, but you can be diversified. You can do index funds, and also you can do individual stocks as well. So individual stocks may have more bang for the buck as power, as far as growth, but passive index funds can be a great way of just passively investing. So I think it's something you can look into in order to build wealth. So I want you guys to check that out. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I hope you guys have a great day, and comment below and tell me your thoughts on index funds. Peace.